In this video, we're going to be looking at interview skills. And I'm Dr. Shyaonti Talwar. I'll be taking you through the various stages and the various skills that are required to face an interview. So, the broad focus of this session is going to be preparation before the interview. That is, the things you need to be aware of, the things you need to prepare on before you face the actual interview. Presenting your best self, that is, during the interview, how you need to appear and the kind of demeanor, the kind of attitude, the kind of appearance you need to have, the questions that you might be asked, so the likely interview questions, and finally, we'll wrap up the session with a video observation. So, before you go for an interview, this is the stage where your application has been acknowledged and you've been asked to appear for an interview. So, you know who has called you for the interview, you know the company, you know the organization, you know the industry which you're applying for, and you also know the position, right? So, now you start with your groundwork, you do your homework. So what are the things that you need to do before you appear for the interview at the planning and the preparation stage? So the first thing is to research yourself. Now this might sound a little strange, but what it means is you have to ask yourself, if I know myself well, what are my strengths? What are my qualifications? Are my qualifications a match with the position? How can I be useful for the organization? If I'm a fresher and I do not have experience, then how do I capitalize on the fact that I'm a fresher so that the organization looks at me favorably? If I have experience, then how is my experience going to be relevant to the organization which has called me for the interview? So, in brief, you have to know yourself really well. And you have to do a little bit of self reflection, self assessment, put yourself in the interviewer's chair and think why someone may hire you, why you are a prospective employee, why you are a desirable candidate. The second thing you need to do is research the position, right? You may have applied for a certain position and you may have been called for an interview for that position. Now your job is to find out whether you are a match with the position, whether you are overqualified or underqualified. If you're overqualified, why do you want to work in that position? If you're underqualified, what is it that is there in you? What special qualities are there in you that they should prefer you over someone who has the right qualifications for that particular position? Or if you think you're a perfect match for the position, how are you going to present yourself? How are you going to put across the fact that you think that you are a perfect match? So, how will you justify your stand? So, these are some of the things you need to work on before you start, before you face your actual